hearing our voice on why it is important for us to protect the environment. Why? I remember when we got there, mosquitoes in Amazon, those ones are Pro Max, right? But there is a solution the indigenous communities do have where you just apply on yourself and you're good to go.
Yes.
You know? And we look at our situation in Kenya. Now let's go to Mau. For a very long time, it has been a fight for the indigenous communities who've lived, the protectors of the forest, who are being ejected from that forest. Yet they're the ones who protected it, the reason why we're enjoying it today. You come to Nairobi National Park, and for a very long time, the people of Nairobi want to enjoy this facility. Many look at Nairobi National Park as just another piece of land, those who don't care about it. But you look at what that does in cleaning the air in Nairobi. You look at what that means for the people in terms of recreational facilities, walking in the park, enjoying what there is. And many never think of it in that way, on the importance of us having it. That is why Karura would be cut down, because someone wants apartments there. Walk us through the importance of us having green spaces, of us protecting our environment, and what that means for the future. Professor, you've been here longer than us. How was Nairobi National Park when you were young, Karura Forest? And what has that done to maintain the sanctity of what Nairobi is today?
Let me start with Karura. Karura was a very huge forest. And around 1919.
Yes.
Around 1919, majority of the forests fell to white highland farmers.
Farmers, yes.
So from where Karura sits today, as you move west, it's Runda, you go to communities,
yes,
some community land, then you go to big farms around Kabuku, Muguga,
yes,
Muthaiga, and so on.
Tigoni,
and in fact, even the words tell you. Muthaiga is a tree called Muthaiga. Muthaiga is a tree called the African green heart. And the Kikuyus called it Muthaiga because it produced medicine, Muthaiga. Now, that whole area was covered by that a forest that included that tree. And people would come from as far as Muranga to medicine men to come and collect medicine in Karura. But when 1919, when the Kenya was in the verge of becoming a colony, many farmers were called to come to Kenya because they realized that the railway line they had just built wasn't making much money, because the cotton coming from Sudan was few and it wasn't. So they wanted now to farm, and they looked at issues of dairy, wheat, pyrethrum, and things like those. So they brought in. So all that turned into farms for the white farmers. In fact, where the university, Kabete campus was part of Karura.
Yes.
So going up north. So when that was done, it means that land converted completely to agriculture. And even when the Mzungu left, it was sold to Africans.
Yes.
And even when the Africans sold it to small people, it's continued to be now a populated area. The little forest that remained was then taken by the government. They built the CID office there, the operations, and even some of them gave themselves land. Successive regimes have given themselves land, because the next on Kiamburo to the right are areas where the former president owned. A former president actually owned that land and sold it to other people. So you can see how the forests were degraded to just a small 1,000 hectares that we are now trying to protect again. You look at the national park, however, it's a different history, because down south were Maasai land, and the Maasai lived very well with their animals. And they knew that when, in this period, the lions will be moving south or moving north, and elephants and so on. So when land demarcation started moving and people are being given, there are ranches owned by some English people, and one of them have actually gifted the land back to the government to try to see whether there can be a corridor between Amboseli and Nairobi National Park.
Yeah.
It's a very good idea, and people have talked about it. Have been meetings where these discussions have been held, and they're trying to convince other big landowners, like the former PS, I forget his name now, Mkamba guy, who owns more than 10,000 hectares of land south towards Amboseli. So if such people could give that land, there is a possibility of creating a corridor into Nairobi National Park. And the recent or constant lions coming out of the park to try to, will be aware of the past, because they're all looking for ways to go out there and hunt. Now, Nairobi National Park is important for two reasons.
Yes.
Mainly, that you cannot kill the goose that lays the golden egg. And this is a golden egg. It is in itself a testament of what we have.
And what conservation is.
About conservation, And we are held in high esteem, Nairobi, as a city with a national park inside it.
Correct.
So why do you want to kill that? It's like I said, killing the goose
that lays the
golden egg.
And the question continues, Prof, because if you look at actions similar to these, you talk about the Ritz-Carlton Hotel that is now blocking the wildebeest movement, rather migration route in Masai Mara, and lots of action